When you're tired of all the choices out there and you don't know what to do, you can kick back and watch Tall Guy Eric Reviews.
Hey there, guys. So today I'm doing a quick review slash comparison of the Sennheiser HD8XX. These are by Drop and Sennheiser, and I am reviewing them for gaming. When these released, they got a lot of flack, very similar to like the HD700s, where they aren't really people's go-to pick in terms of audiophile headphones. I am by no means an audiophile person, but I figured people would probably like to know how good these are for gaming. I've owned them for since right around February, and I've been using them off and on. And I've also been using, you can see to the right, these are the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro X. Now, these are not my first Sennheiser headphones. I've used the 650s, the 6XX, the 598s, and then the ones that I used for the longest for gaming was the HD700s. Those are one of my favorite headphones ever. Well, when Mass and Sennheiser announced these, I was super excited because I've always wanted to try the 800Ss, but I didn't want to spend $1,600 on headphones. Well, when these launched, they launched for, it was either $1,100 or $1,300. And at the time, I was like, all right, that's still a little too much. Well, at one point, I don't know what happened, but someone released a code that got you $400 off the headphones. So it brought them down to $700. And I figured for $700, I was going to give them a shot. So yeah, I ordered them and I've had them since. I'll go ahead and tell you my honest opinion about them is they're absolutely incredible. The level of comfort that you get from these headphones, it's unmatched. I mean, I've tried so many headphones for gaming and nothing even comes close. I think the closest that I've ever gotten to feeling a similar level of comfort would either be the HD700s or the DT990 Pros. However, the thing that the 8 series does, and this is all the 8 series because they all have the similar situation, is you can look how large these ear cups are. They completely cover your ears. Like you could have the biggest ears ever, because I've got pretty big ears myself, and you're not even gonna come close to touching the edges of the pads on these headphones. They're just, I mean, I've literally worn them all day while gaming, and there's no fatigue. And unfortunately, I can't say the same about the DT990 Pro X. Those are actually fairly new. Those are only about a month and a half old. So this is my second pair of 8XXs. The first pair that I had, the paint chipped off of them. I don't know what caused it. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it was my fault. I don't know if it was like a manufacturer's defect, but I reached out to Drop, and these headphones have been sold out since that this discount code dropped. So when I reached out to Drop, they were super nice, but they were like, we don't have them in stock to replace them. So they gave me the option of getting a 10% refund or just getting the headphones completely refunded. And it was a pretty big chunk of paint, so I ended up opting for the refund and just and then that's actually why I ordered the DT990 Pro X's. Well, about probably 3 weeks ago, I found a pair of these on eBay for $700, and I ordered them. And the listing said that they were open box but brand new. And when I got them, the bottom of them had a deep gouge in it. So I reached out to the seller and I was like, hey, I just wanted to reach out because your listing said these were supposed to be brand new and this has a big gouge, and I sent him a picture. Well, he was super understanding and reached back out and was like, I can either refund you your money or I'll give you $150 off the headphones. Now, I immediately was like, okay, I'm gonna take the $150 off because that brought him down to like 500 and something dollars, and these are top tier headphones, especially for gaming. Um, so yeah, I I have them again, and I absolutely love them. The sound stage is insanely good. Like, you just hear everything. I use them for music. I use them for watching videos. I use them for gaming, and I absolutely love them. Um, it, it- I've just never experienced something with such a wide sound stage. Like, when I play a lot of FPS games, and I can just hear everything around me. It's incredible. Now, these are 300 ohm headphones, so I use a Go XLR. You can actually see that over there. Excuse the messy desk. Now, the Go XLR can drive these headphones, but they don't drive them as well as I would like them to. So, I'm not going to actually zoom in on where it's at because it's my desk is just an absolute mess right now. But this is, see if I can get it in focus. Oh, perfect. So this is the amp that I use. This is the iFi ZenCan Air. It was $99, and it is absolutely incredible. Up to getting this, I actually used the shit hell, but it was causing some audio interference, and I also wanted a amp slash DAC that had a balance option, and the iFi ZenCan Air has balance. So I have absolutely loved this. It really brings out the power of these headphones. But basically, just to wrap this up, these headphones are, in my opinion, some of the best headphones you can have for gaming. They are expensive. I'm definitely not telling you go out and spend $1,100 on a pair of headphones for gaming. You have to be dedicated for that. But if you can find these headphones on a decent sale, or you can find them used, $600-700, they are killer. They are so comfortable. I mean, your ears and your head will thank you because they're heavy. They do have some heft to them because they're very premium feeling headphones, but you barely even notice them on your head. They're just the design is so incredible. They design wise, they're very similar to the HD 800X's or 800S's and the HD 800s. They have a slightly different color scheme than the 800S, and the 800s are actually silver, but the 800S is black. And then it's not, my camera's definitely not going to pick this up, but right here is actually a dark blue as opposed to black. On the HD 800S's, they are black, and then the lettering, I don't know if I can get it to focus on that. You can probably barely see it. It's actually, so it's black on the HD 8XX, and it's white on the HD 800S. But in terms of like the ear pads, the headband, it uses the same ones as the 800S's. So if you're looking to get like some thicker ear pads or maybe some sheepskin ear pads, you can use the 800S's. They work perfect. So you can see my cable is red. This is not the cable that comes with the headphones. That is an iHeart audio cable. They sell, it's really cool because they actually sell these cables that it's a modular system. So the cable goes into the headphones, and then the end is a mini XLR, which can connect to any kind of like input that you want. 3.5, 6.3, I think is what it's called. It's the larger headphone. The balanced option, they have tons of options. I have a balanced, I have a 3.5, and I have the larger 6.3. I have one of each. And you can buy extensions, so the cable's longer. You can get, because the cable itself I think is like 4 feet, and then you can buy the extension, or you can buy even longer of the actual ending pieces themselves. They're really high tier cables. I didn't notice any sound degradation from the original cables to these, which is always an issue you can run into with these high-end headphones, is when you replace the cables, sometimes if it's lower quality, you'll lose some of the sound. This is not the case, so that's killer. And if you've never used open back headphones, they are drastically different than your typical like gaming headphones. And I've used just about everything under the sun. when I returned my first 8XXs, I actually went wireless and tried out the new SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pros. I got the wireless, and they were really good, but I had a few issues with them. The clamping force was crazy. They set my ears on fire, and I didn't like the new ear pads they use, because they used to use this like velour pad, which was so comfortable. It's like this special mesh, and now they use a leather pad because they're noise canceling, and that requires leather, and I didn't love it. And the white noise is still there. It's not nearly as bad as it was on the Arctis Pros, which I had before I got these. But it was still there, and that's unfortunately the negative side effect of quite a few wireless headsets. But having the open soundstage is just incredible. Now, these do leak sound. They also don't really block out noise, and that's going to be the case with just about any open back headphones. It's the same with like the Pro X's over here. But the soundstage that you get, and just the things that you hear that you would have never have heard on a like cheaper pair of headphones is incredible. I game every day. I usually game 6 or 7 hours a day. I wear these all day, every day. I use them when I'm watching, because so my setup is, got my gaming computer with 2 monitors, and then I've got stream computer with a monitor. So stream computer's on all day, every day. Headphones are generally on, listening to stuff, recording stuff, or playing games, and I can literally wear these for 10, 12 hours a day, and no fatigue whatsoever. Again, if you can find them on sale, I absolutely recommend them. I'll be honest with you, if I were to have paid full price for these headphones, I would not have been disappointed. I would still like to try the 800Ss in the future, but as it stands, these will be my headphones for the next couple of years. And the nice thing is, because you can replace those pads, because you can replace that headphone, as long as you don't damage the exterior, like the actual band itself, or like this guy, you can keep these things going for years. I had my HD700s for 3 years before they finally broke. And I'm hoping I'll have these for 3 or 4 years, if not longer. But my overall consensus of these headphones, they're incredible, they're comfortable, they sound amazing. With that said, I will say, if you don't feel comfortable spending that kind of money on a headset, because not only do you have to get the headset, but you're also going to have to invest some money into your sound system. You're going to have an amp to drive them. They are very powerful headphones. You're going to want to get the most out of them. I absolutely recommend the DT990 Pro X's as well. I'm not going to do a review on these right now. I might actually in the future on the Pro X's, just to kind of give my thoughts. But open back headphones, I feel like they're becoming more and more popular. A lot of people are using them in gaming, and if your goal is to have the best soundstage with the ultimate comfort, the 8XXs, any of the 8 series, except for the 820, I think those are closed back. I've never tried them, but they are closed back. I cannot recommend them enough. They are so comfortable. They are so... The sound is just so vibrant. It absolutely gets a glowing recommendation from me. So that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to kind of touch on using these for gaming. I know a lot of people have touched on them in terms of using them for just listening to music. I do a little bit of everything with them, but for gaming, they are insanely just so good. Cannot recommend them enough. And I appreciate you guys watching this video.
When you're tired of all the choices out there and you don't